On this edition of Golf Chicago TV, we'll get patriotic at Medinah. We'll hit the links with Chicago Bears at Rich Harvest Farms. We'll chat with some legends at the Senior PGA Championship. Head north to the beautiful Grand Geneva Resort. Go high-tech with an amazing new golf robot. And we get an exclusive look at a VIP reception at Conway Farms with Luke Donald. Golf Chicago TV starts right now. Welcome to Golf Chicago TV. I'm your host, Rebecca Halpern, here at beautiful Rich Harvest Farms in Sugar Grove, Illinois. You know, the Ryder Cup is going to be played at Medinah later this year, but the course also hosted a very special event recently honoring our servicemen and women. Opening Shot is brought to you by Grand Geneva Resort and Spa.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bright?
What better way to kick off a patriotic event than to have the Blackhawks' Jim Corneliuson sing the national anthem? More than 300 veterans, guests, and volunteers took part in Medinah Patriot Day at historic Medinah Country Club on May 29th to raise money for disabled Illinois veterans.
Medinah Patriot Day is simply a day to give back. Illinois Patriot Education Fund benefits from this day, and Medinah Country Club hosts our event here, a site of the 2012 Ryder Cup. And so it's a fantastic venue for people to give back, enjoy a great day of golf. But more importantly, it's the mission and the reason we're here today. It's simply to raise scholarship funds for Illinois military family members.
There were a number of celebrities and dignitaries that took part in the event, including four-star General and Army Chief of Staff Ray Adenero, who presented scholarships to many families and veterans.
God bless all the families and service members that are serving today. And as you go about your days each and every day, just take a moment to think about those who've given their lives and those who are currently forward deployed, continuing to fight for our freedoms.
Over the past 10 years of combat operations, hundreds of Illinois military families have suffered the loss or disability of a loved one in service to our country. Although there are government programs such as the post-9/11 GI Bill, the money is not nearly enough. The veterans are certainly appreciative of everything the Illinois Patriot Fund does for them.
It's great to see so many different people from so many different walks of life come out and just show support to all the people who served. And it's just a good feeling to know that there's people out there who do appreciate the things that guys like me do.
I was part of a unit that lost 22 Marines overseas in Fallujah, Iraq. Myself losing my leg on November 29, 2006. It means so much to see in a community and all the volunteers that donate their time, but also give them themselves for all my, I think of my buddies and their kids who lost their fathers overseas, and that means everything to me.
My nephew is in the Army. Chad, just honored today, with the Wounded Warriors. I mean, he's a good friend, and I know countless others. I mean, and these folks go away from their families and put their families under tremendous stress, and they're under tremendous stress, and they do an important job and a tough job. And we just sit back and take care of the liberties and the honors, and we really sometimes don't think about it. But I'm glad to see they haven't been forgotten, and it's a great cause, so we'll help them any way we can.
We now head to Rich Harvest Farms for another charity outing where Chicago Bear place kicker Robbie Gould held his inaugural Goulden Touch Invitational.
The Goulden Touch Invitational is an event that we started that's going to help facilitate financial needs for the mission of the Goulden Touch, which is to help those in need. And we have 4 pillars. We have education, youth, wellness, and medical services. And the money that we raise from the Goulden Touch Invitational is going to go to the Kids Golf Foundation, which hopefully we can put a lot of kids in golf clubs and help them mentor not only through how to play the game of golf, but also have the ability to learn from business professionals and become great citizens in our society.
Along with Robbie were several current and former Chicago pro athletes, including Tony Kukoc, Kevin Butler, and Stan Mikita.
A lot of hard work and effort went into a lot of different people's perspective. I just remember the companionship and the friendships that I've created over the last probably 8 years, 10 years of my career, and everyone really stepped up big to make it a huge success, not only for the Goulden Touch, but the Kids for Golf Foundation.
Now let's head to another event, the 61st Illinois Match Play Championship at Kemper Lakes. It's one of the many events organized by the Illinois PGA for its members.
The final pairing of the 61st Illinois PGA Match Play Championship, the #1 overall seed from Cantini Golf, Rich Duclos.
The tournament started with 116 golfers, and on the final day it was down to Rich Duclos and Curtis Malm. Duclos, the #1 seed and runner-up last year, started out hot, going 3 up after 5 holes. But Curtis Malm stayed calm, and being down 3 after 12, he mounted a furious comeback with a great sand save on 13 to cut the lead to 2. He then made a birdie at 16 to go all square and another sand save on 17 to go 1 up heading into the final hole. Duclos conceded the match when he needed a birdie but couldn't get out of the bunker. Congratulations to Curtis Malm, the 2012 Illinois PGA Match Play champion.
Today was tough. You know, I had to play 2 really tough players, good players in the section, Travis Johns and Rich Duclos. Both of them I've become pretty good friends with, so it was really fun to be out there with them and compete against them here at Kemper Lakes. You know, a great championship golf course for a great championship. I mean, if you look at the names on the plates, who's won this in past years, it's a pretty exclusive list.
It was good fun. I made it there last year too, and I didn't really have high hopes, but I was going to go in there and try to play well, and I did play well early, and Curtis played really well late, and I couldn't answer the bell. So he played better than I did down the stretch and ended up winning.
The responsibilities and the role of a PGA golf professional within the community and their facilities is certainly a lot different than I think the general public's perception of it. You know, they don't get a lot of chance to play and practice, and let's face it, they all got into the game and got their career into golf because they loved playing the game, they loved to compete. So I think the tournament schedule particularly that we provide, which is over 72 tournaments a year throughout the season for just our member professionals, is important because it gives our members a chance to to get out and compete on a weekly basis and socialize with their fellow members and talk about the industry and the game, but more importantly the competitive side of it. It gives them a chance to kind of fuel their fire and their competitive nature to be able to play regularly throughout the season.
There's a lot more still to come here on Golf Chicago TV. After the break, we'll catch up with some Champions Tour players at the Senior PGA Championship in Benton Harbor. Golf Chicago TV presents Golf Tips by Golf Tec.
Hi, my name is Justin Bentley. I'm the Director of Instruction at Golf Tec and Displays. We're going to take a look at the takeaway and show you different parts of the takeaway that can help you, again, become a little bit more consistent golfer. First thing we're going to do, again, is we're going to get in our good setup position. Okay. Typically, in a good takeaway position, we would have the arms extended as the club head stays outside the hands on the takeaway. A good drill here is to simply use a mirror at home and work on keeping your arms extended as the club head stays out. From a common flaw we see in our Golf Tec base is the club head getting rolled quite a bit to the inside using too much forearm rotation, which is usually caused by this right arm breaking down. So again, to recap, we want to go ahead and we want to have our right arm or our trail arm on top of the left. From there, the club head wants to be outside the hands with that club face nice and square. So I hope this tip helps you with your takeaway, and next time what we're going to take a look at is how to make that good takeaway position go up to the top of the swing.
Welcome back. If you're looking for a great golf getaway this summer, look no further than Grand Geneva Resort and Spa in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Tucked within historic Lake Geneva, Grand Geneva Resort and Spa is one of only 5 AAA 4-diamond resorts in Wisconsin. With its rolling hills and enchanting views, Grand Geneva is the perfect getaway from the hustle and bustle of Chicago. Regarded as one of the top award-winning golf resorts in the country, Grand Geneva is home to 36 magnificent holes of championship golf, with 2 distinctive courses, the Highlands and the Brute. Let's start off with the Brute. It's a stunning 7,300-yard American classic that's one of the longest and most challenging courses in the Midwest. With expansive rolling greens, large bunkers, and water on several holes, the course's bold design entices both the most experienced pros and casual golfers alike. Head pro Jason Bose says scoring is all about hitting the greens.
It's a golf course that you really have to know where to hit it on the greens. There's a lot of undulations on the greens, a lot of subtle breaks that until you play it a few times, it's hard to actually see some of them.
While there are many beautiful holes on the Brute, one stands out for Jason.
My favorite hole on the Brute is hole 17. It's a tighter hole off the tee with water down the right-hand side, and there's the road into the resort on the left-hand side, but it is a beautiful hole. It's kind of a risk-reward. If you hit a driver off the tee, you can get into it with a short iron, but you have to hit it straight. It's a gorgeous hole after a nice downhill par 3. It's one of the prettiest holes, I think, in the state of Wisconsin. The Highlands course is more of a link-style golf course. It's kind of developed over the years, but it started off as a link-style course with the prairie grass. A little bit tighter off the tee, not quite as much water or as much trouble. It's a golf course with a little bit smaller greens. It's more of a bump and run style golf course compared to the Brute, where you have to fly everything to the holes in the Brute.
Originally designed by Jack Nicklaus and Pete Dye, this Scottish-style course was recently updated by Bob Lohman, with major renovations completed on holes 9, 12, and 15. With its picturesque landscape of scenic hills, trickling creeks, and lush foliage, the Highlands instantly transports golfers to the hills of northern Scotland.
Number 9 is an incredible par 4. It's a great finish to the front 9. It's about 440 yards, where it's extremely premium on driving the golf ball, and the second shot has to be accurate. And actually, it's one of the holes on the Highlands where it's better to be short of the green if you're not going to get all the way to the pin, to be chipping instead of putting. It's a challenging hole, and it's a challenging finish to the front 9 of the Highlands. It's a great golf hole. 12 is a redesigned hole that was a long par 3. From the back tees is about 220 yards. It's a beautiful hole with the Wisconsin countryside in the background. It's a hole that takes a long iron to get into.
And there's plenty of things to do for the whole family besides outstanding golf.
With the spa, the water park, there's horseback riding as well if the kids want to, go for a horseback ride. There's so many things to do to keep the kids and the family busy during their stay with us at Grand Geneva.
And be sure to go to grandgeneva.com for more information on their stay and golf free packages. From Wisconsin, we now head to Benton Harbor, Michigan, where our Golf Chicago crew hit the Senior PGA Championship at Harbor Shores. This Jack Nicklaus design course was quite the challenge, especially on the greens. We caught up with several players, including the Golden Bear, before the tournament to get their take on a variety of subjects.
I love golf. I just love to be around golf, and it's like a fraternity. Most of these guys out here, we've all played against each other for 25, 30 years. Some guys, 35 or 40 years. So it's a fraternity, and we just love to be out here playing, and we love to see people come out. And you're Golf Chicago. You know what the game is. I'm sure you have a passion for the game too, and that's what we love about it. It's just the atmosphere.
The guys here still play very well. You can't go out here and think you're going to just hit it around and all of a sudden be competitive. I still, my whole attitude is let's just try and improve a little bit every day. These guys are just fun to be with. Guys I played with, when I started playing in the early 80s, and it's just a smile on my face every day.
It's been quite an adjustment for me to kind of get comfortable out here and to feel like, I can beat these guys too, because these are guys I looked up to my whole life and made me who I am. And, you got all these Hall of Famers out here. It's a tremendous tour, and I love playing it. But it is definitely a different style of golf.
It's both, big time. I mean, I've gone, like you said, through a lot of physical problems, and I've been fighting that, but I love the game so much. I love to compete so much, and I just want to be out here so bad that I don't want it to end. I really love competing, and I love playing golf. I love the guys. I like playing still on the young tour when I have a chance, and it's just, when you're playing well, it's a great way to make a living. And when you're not, it's nobody sees all the work that goes behind it or the frustration, but it's still a great way to make a living. It's been a fun ride for me.
Golf's a great game, and it's a great game to communicate and be part of what's going on in the Boys and Girls Clubs here. You're going to produce golfers out of that, and First Tee will produce golfers out of that. Whether they produce tournament golfers out of that's not important. It's important that from my standpoint, that people learn the values of the game of golf, and the values in the game of golf are, being able to spend time with people, being able to enjoy time, being able to communicate with when you're a kid. You're generally growing up and you're playing on a golf course. Maybe it's got 30-year-olds, 40-years, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, and older, and you're only a kid, so you can learn how to interact with that. And you learn manners. There's so many different things that the game of golf teaches.
Still ahead on Golf Chicago TV, we'll head up to Conway Farms to hang out with Luke Donald. Welcome back to Golf Chicago TV. Have you ever wondered what a professional swing feels like? Well, now you can with the Tourbound Golf Robot. Let's check it out.
You'll know it as soon as you strike the ball when it boomerangs around and comes back and hits you.
The Golf Robot marched right into Patriot Day at Medinah Country Club and had many veterans and celebrities taking a swing, including Jarrett Payton and Chicago Bear great Otis Wilson.
Golf is a game that it's constant practice, and if you have the right swing, that's half the battle. Now you got to put it out on the course and see what happens. So that's got to make it work.
The Tourbound Golf Robot is a revolutionary new training device that will teach you the feel of the proper golf swing, because feel and real are two different things. So with the robot, you can now actually feel where the golf club is while you're seeing it and doing it all at the same time. Everybody always says, wow, I wish I knew what it felt like a professional tour player swings, and now you can do that.
Tourbound Golf Academy has created the most advanced swing teaching tool. The robot can be programmed to replicate any professional golfer's swing, allowing the student to learn, practice, and feel what really happens in all professional golfers during the swing.
Most students that we see come over the top of the swing plane on the forward swing. So one of the swings that we use would be a Jim Furyk forward swing that brings them deep from the inside. And after feeling that for about 10 swings off the robot, then it changes their swing plane instantaneously.
After an initial analysis, the Tourbound certified teaching professional can program the robot to any student's shape, size, and swing shape, and create a game plan based on the student's goal, budget, and time constraints. The instructor will capture your swing on video, and in an instant, your swing and game will change. Your brain will now have a roadmap of the perfect swing on the same path, building new muscle memory that you'll repeat on the golf course.
A couple of things that people feel are the club coming way from the inside that they've never felt before, and also the proper release of the golf club. Most people release early, and the robot will not let you release early, and it releases through the ball. Hank Haney has himself said this is a revolutionary training device that will change how beginners learn golf and tour players.
Remarkably, the Tourbound robot has been able to get people who have never swung a club to play quality golf in less than a month. This case is no more evident than with Lauren Benson.
Lauren, one of my students, has never touched a club in her life. She came in, she had to play in a golf outing within 2 weeks, and I was told that she needed to play well. So we did 2 weeks of massive robot reps, and they went out there and they used a lot of her tee shots, a lot of her approach shots, and they ended up coming in a tie for first place, losing in a playoff.
I've learned so much about just the game of golf, as well as the appropriate technique and the swing, and it's been amazing. It's definitely allowed me to be more confident with my golf game. I've really never played before, so being able to go out on the golf course, understand the game, and to be able to hold my own, it's really made quite a big difference.
What we do at Tourbound Golf Academy is we don't rechange your swing. We would like you to play the best golf of your life. I've been teaching for over 22 years the proper golf swing, and what used to take years now takes only months.
The BMW Championship is being held at Crooked Stick outside Indianapolis this year, but next year it's coming back to Chicago to Conway Farms. To kick things off, the Western Golf Association held a special VIP reception at the highly rated Tom Fazio designed course. Both Luke and Tom were on hand to celebrate the event coming back to Chicago, all while looking forward to next year's championship. Conway Farms is Luke's home course, and he's had a big role in bringing the championship to this northern suburban gem.
I lobbied pretty hard. A lot of the guys from the PGA Tour came up to me last year and said they were going to look for another course to host the BMW Championship in Chicago, and we're looking at maybe the North Shore and some of the courses up there, and of course Conway came to mind. I've been playing out here now for 15 years since I came to college. I think it's a great golf course. It's hosted many national amateur events, and it's just has a great feel about it. It's a real golf course. It's not a country club. It's all golf, all walking, and a fantastic golf course as well.
After his victory at the European BMW Championship, Luke is back to #1 in the world, and we talked to him about his chances at the US Open.
I'm excited. I've heard good things about it. I heard you have to really shape it off the tee. All good things that kind of would favour a player like myself. And obviously I'm coming off some good form. I won a couple weeks ago at Wentworth, got back to #1, and obviously looking forward to going there very prepared and hopefully picking up my first major.
Well, that about does it for this edition of Golf Chicago TV. Be sure to check out our sister publication, Golf Chicago Magazine, and check us out online at golfchicagotv.com. We'll see you again soon.